Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Kit Conspiracy video. Today I am sharing a single page layout with a bunch of mixed media, and it's going to have several photos. I have 4 photos and they are trimmed down. They're not, I don't think they're 4x4. I think they're 4x4 1/4 or something to that effect. They're not a standard size. I just trimmed them with my trimmer as small as I could to be able to fit as many as I could on here without making it take up the whole page. So I have this stencil from Stamperia or Stamperia, I'm not sure how you say it. And the number on the stencil is KSTDL65. I will put a link down below for it so that you can find it easily. But I know somebody's going to ask me the name of it, and I don't know the name off the top of my head. Hopefully I can just find it online and put that link for you down below. Now, I don't have a lot of paper left in because I've used almost all of it. And so I am having to make my own background paper because I don't have a full sheet. I just have bits and pieces left. So we're going to go with what we have and make do. I am using some Distress Oxide ink in Hickory Smoke. And I am just kind of going over this stencil a little bit loosely. I'm not going really thick over it. I am also having some of the edges of it come up onto my background paper because I want to make sure that they kind of go together and tie them in together a little bit more than they are without having that stamped image over the top. So now I am bringing in some Sandcastle Catherine Pooler ink, and I am just rubbing a little bit around where I know my paper is not going to cover up, my pattern paper is not going to cover up, to kind of grunge it up a little. And I got it a little bit more brown than I want. I want it a little yellower, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of antique linen distress oxide to kind of yellow out a little bit of that brown to make it go a little bit better with that second piece of paper that I brought in to the top, which is actually not a full sheet of paper. It is one of the cards that comes in the embellishment pack, and it's kind of got that tea stain up in the upper left-hand corner, so I kind of want to pull a little bit of color in from that, and that's the Sandcastle with the antique linen kind of like balance that out to kind of mimic that, if you will. So now I'm going around the entire outside edge of my paper with some walnut stain to darken it up, and I went around my other 2 papers with walnut stain as well to kind of grunge it up a little bit more also. Now my photos, I did mat those onto some white paper, and I am just going around those with some walnut stain just to make everything match. And then this is the largest piece of paper that I have left over, and I didn't really have any plan to use that butterfly because I liked the yellow side better, but the butterfly is all matched, so I'm going to go with it. So I really like the way that it ends up looking. I don't know that I do I have done a lot of layouts with the papers coming in from opposing edges like that, from the different, one's vertical and one is horizontal, but I think it works really well. Now you just saw me do a little bit of splattering with some tumbled glass Distress Oxide spray to bring in a little bit more of the blue. And if you can see off to the side, that little black and white thing that I've got over there is a paint mixer. It's actually not a paint mixer. It is for mixing things in a lab. And I just set my bottle on top, press down, and it shakes it up really well. It saves me a lot of time and a lot of effort in shaking my sprays to mix them up really well. And I just love it. I'll try to remember to put a link for that down below as well in case you're interested in that. Now I did splatter a little bit of aloe media gloss spray over my background as well to bring in a little bit of those really soft greens that you see in that background paper that the first background paper that I had that's going horizontally there. And I really like the way that it looks. It kind of ties everything together. I wasn't worried about all of those brush smudge marks. I knew I was rubbing my brush off onto an area that was going to be covered with my paper, and that was really kind of the whole purpose of rubbing it off, is so that I didn't have a really saturated brush when I went to rub my inks on. I didn't want to have that bold, saturated look going on. And so just rubbing it off onto an area that's going to be covered by paper just works really well for me. Now I'm working on figuring out where to put my labels, and to build up a little bit of an area where I can do a little bit of journaling. These are just continuation of photos that I've been working on all week long from this birthday camp out that we went to, which was a survivor themed birthday, and it was girls against boys. And now they're doing kind of like a javelin toss, and they're doing it with either poles or with pool noodles. Pool noodles. I don't know why that was really hard to say. I think my mouth is, or my jaw is tired of talking. I have been voicing videos for a little while now, and yeah, this is what happens when you save them all up for one day. Anyway, I am inking up all of my little pieces in more walnut stain, and I just love walnut stain, you guys. I know a lot of people go with vintage photo, but for me, the vintage photo, it has a little bit of an orange undertone that I'm not super crazy about, and so walnut stain is my go-to brown. I am using a flare piece, which is from Scrap and Happy Studios, but it came in my embellishment box from Some Assemblage Required. I didn't order it directly from Scrap and Happy, but I really like it. I love the brown color of it, and it goes perfectly with this layout. And so I thought I'd go ahead and use it. And then I'm going to use this piece that says Let's Explore up in the upper left to kind of bring that brown that I have pulled in with all of those tickets down in the bottom right, all the way up across to the left, the top left. Now I have a bunch of die cut sprigs of pine needles and other types of foliage that were left over from another project. They've been sitting in a little baggie to the side of my desk, and I am going to go ahead and use those to complement my little embellishment areas to give them a little bit of a softer look. Also, if you notice, I have switched out my desk. I now have a new glass mat that I got from Glassboard Studio, which is magnetic. Yay for me. I can no longer sit here and nitpick over every little tiny mark that is on my white desk. I now have a beautiful glass mat to go with it, and I have trays at the top of my desk. I don't know if you guys see that or not, but I will feature those in a video soon when I share my next kit. But I purchased those on Amazon. They are valet trays, and the divider in it is magnetic, so you can move it. It's really awesome. I will put a link for those down below also if you want to jump the gun and go ahead and get them without seeing how I use them when I sort my kit. But it does come with 2 valet trays that have adjustable areas, so you can make them whatever size you need to fit the products that you want to put in them. Again, I'll link it down below, as well as all of the products that I'm using today, so that you can find those if you are interested in any of them. Don't forget to go over and check out what MK's got going on her channel. She has a layout for you today for Kit Conspiracy as well. And we will both be back again on Wednesday with our kit share for next week. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so come back and join us then. I am just finishing up my layout here with a few butterflies to add a little bit of movement and to kind of soften things up a little bit, you guys. I really love the way that this turned out, and I don't have a lot of embellishments. Well, I have enough embellishments. I could probably do a couple more layouts, but I don't have any paper left, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can go and join the Kit Conspiracy group if you're not already part of that. The link is down below, as well as the link to my own Facebook group, so you can join that and join in all of the fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hit the thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll be back again tomorrow with another kit share for next week. See you then. Bye-bye.